Welcome back to BBC Radio Leeds. It's Alex Belfield in the morning, and the only reason I'm saying those words is because of my next guest, Mica Paris. How are you?
Hello, doll. It's so good to see you again.
If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be doing this job.
That's not true, because you are very good at it. All I did was tell you what you already know, so don't even try it.
It's not about being good at it, but we had a conversation. We were at Ronnie Scott's one night, and I talked to you before the gig about it, and I said, they've offered me this contract, do I want to accept it? And you're like, are you a moron? Who else is going to give you a job? Take it.
I didn't say that. You know I didn't call you a moron. But no, I'm just really happy that you're happy that you did that. I mean, I think I just told you what you already knew anyway. You were just looking for confirmation.
Well, it's all your fault. If this goes wrong, you're head of blame.
Yeah, I'm leaving in a second. Love you. I'm just walking out the door right now.
Not only have you got the voice of an angel, and that Born Again album I just love, and we're going to play a bit from that in a moment, but you're so hot. Congratulations.
Oh, babe, what do I say to that? Stop it. What am I going to do now? It's really embarrassing. When you've lived with yourself as long as I've lived with myself, because I'm really old now, you kind of just put the makeup on and walk out the door. You're not even thinking like that. And it's really wonderful when people think that you look good and say that. It's nice. It's very, it's a compliment. It's
well,
nice.
This is what happens. So I leave the BBC and the taxi picks me up, and then they bring me to the private clinic, which is this new thing we're going to talk about in a minute. And we come to this square, and there you are with a mirror in the middle of the road taking photographs. And I'm thinking, who is that? Hang on, it's Mica Paris.
Well, it's fantastic being in Leeds, number one. But the real reason I'm here is because of this clinic, and I'm all about promoting women, inspiring women and making women try to be in that place where they feel good about themselves. And what's fantastic about this whole organisation and why I'm here is really to talk about the fact that everyone's doing plastic surgery and most people are doing it the wrong way. And what we're talking about here is a holistic approach, and which is fantastic. So we're talking about women wanting to enhance things in themselves without butchering themselves to death and looking like the Bride of Wildenstein. Do you know what I mean? So basically, that's why I'm behind this, because I think their approach is really unique.
Do you need anything enhancing?
Yeah, I'll be down next week, actually. There's always something, isn't there? But no, I mean, at the moment, all I do is train hard. I work out a lot, and I just try and look after my kids. Keep me really young and stuff like that. Look, let's keep it real. My mum and dad look great, so it's not hard. So I'm very blessed with good genes, but you do have to work at it. There's no doubt. You have to, you have to look after yourself.
The last night we spent together, I don't mean that in a creepy way, was at Ronnie Scott's in London, and I saw you perform, and your voice is bigger than any venue you're in. Is your physicality and your fitness a lot to do with that? Because to get those notes and to keep them as long as you keep them, you've got to be fit, haven't you?
You really have to be fit. You'd be so surprised that a lot of people overlook the fact that you're using your diaphragm the whole time when you're singing. And basically, if I'm exhausted, I can't hold the notes as long. So I have to be fit. And it's a bit boring, but when you're on stage, you need to be fit to be able to pull off a 2-hour show. You just have to be, otherwise you collapse.
When they ring you and they say they want you to be the face of this clinic that's all about looking good and looking better, really, yeah. There's no greater compliment regardless of your age, because it means that you must be half decent or they wouldn't ask you.
I try not to think about things like that. I love you, and you keep trying to bring me that. You bring me to that place of embarrassment where I've got the spade in my hand and I'm digging. But it is a compliment. But as I said before, I think what makes a woman really beautiful is when she's not focused on it. That's the most attractive thing, is when someone is confident without going on and on about, I'm really gorgeous. It's not about that. It's about how you feel inside and how you feel when you walk into a room and you own that room because you're happy with who you are. That's the most important thing. So that's really all I try to teach women, because women, believe it or not, beat themselves up every single day. They always, that's not perfect, there's something wrong with me here. So my whole thing is trying to say to women, look, I'm a size 14, I work it, and I couldn't give a monkey's if I'm not a 0.
We're going to talk to Rachel next, who's one of the nurses here, and we'll be asking about my chins and man boobs, because I'd like help with them. And can you do a reduction on this level would be my big question next. What do you think she'll say?
Well, I think that she's going to give you some good advice, because I was talking to her earlier. She's very sussed.
You were talking to her about my man boobs?
Not your man boobs, love you. No, but she, as I said before, a lot of these people these days, well, I wouldn't say, people, I would say a lot of doctors and stuff, I believe that they feel sort of cajoled by the consumer now, and feel that the minute the person comes in, they have to immediately do what that person wants because they're paying for it. Because it doesn't matter how you look at it, it's still quite a new thing in Britain, this cosmetic surgery. It's still very new. So I think that, a lot of people are going to the wrong places to get this surgery and stuff done. They taking a completely different approach to it. And when you're dealing with the person's psychosis and all of that, and you put that in the mix, they're not just going to say to you, we're going to cut you open and sort them out. It's not about that. There's many different approaches they could take to that, and she's the one to tell you all about it.
All right, let's take a piece of music. I want to take Born Again, and you know I've been ranting about this for over a year on the radio because it's just such a perfect record. And you look delicious. Have I already said that?
Stop it! You are so wrong. What do I say now? Stop, he's terrible.
Welcome back to Park Square. It's Alex Belfield in the morning, talking to Mica Paris, the most beautiful singer in the world. Born Again is the title track from her latest album, which is fabulous. Congratulations on that. I love it. I love it. I mean, it should be played everywhere. Does it bother you that it's not?
It doesn't bother me because, you know, I think I've had, well, this year it's 20. Nice one, Erin. 22 years I've been in the industry. This is my 7th album. And, you know, to be honest, what I'm happy about is that people are still playing even my old songs. And, you know, I just been on the road for the last year, just came off the road with Boyz II Men as a special guest. I've been touring all over the place. It's been 10 years since I put out a record. So, of course, it's going to take me time to build up my musical side again because I've been on TV all the time. So I'm starting again as a baby, and I don't mind that. It's fine. I think in time, you know, it's changed the industry now. The industry is now gone back to the old days where you have to go out there and push your music in front of live audiences now. You can't just rely on radio anymore. Do you know, you have to go and do it. And when you build up enough momentum, then radio and everyone will jump on board. So give it time, you know, we'll get there.
The great thing about you is you've got the wow factor when anybody sees you. You just get this voice from somewhere, and we don't quite know where it comes from, but it certainly does the business.
It's Daddy. Daddy's a great singer. He's very vain, and he knows he's good looking, but he's got a great voice, and thank God I got that talent from him.
And it's the gospel heart about your voice as well. It's there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know what it's like when you're in an environment for all your life, from the time I was born to 15, I went to church 6 days a week. So I'm gospeled out. I can't even get away from it, even if I tried.
Mica, do you mind if I talk to Rachel about me man boobs for a minute?
Well, yeah, and I'm sure that they're not as bad as you're making out.
Well, I'm on a C cup at the moment. I'd like to get them down to a B. Let's talk to Rachel, who's one of the senior nurses here. Thank you for talking to us. We're here at the private clinic, which sounds very exclusive, is it?
It is very exclusive. More importantly, it's very unique. We're a very different concept and very new in the industry. We're all under one roof. Anything you require can be done with staff that you know, the staff that you've got to like, and more importantly, the staff that you can trust.
This is an economy where we're hearing maybe 1.1 million people will be out of work. We're at our lowest ebb, and you're opening an exclusive place for people to get stuff done that isn't essential. Are you worried that anyone will come through your door?
Not worried at all. I think people are becoming far more aware of us in the UK. They know that we handpick all our doctors and surgeons. We have doctors and surgeons clamouring at our doors to work for us because we're very ethical, very professional, and as Mica was talking about earlier, we have a huge palette of treatments. So we don't have to entice a patient to have something that we have. We have such a huge palette. We have what is suitable for that patient, and we can gear any treatment plan, any operation, however small, to that patient.
Enough about you. Can we talk about my man boobs?
Okay.
What can I do about them? You see, the thing is, there's two problems I've got. When I take pictures, and Mica was just outside looking gorgeous, and she did it so effortlessly, but when I do these press shots, I have to do the pelican move, which is the chin out 6 inches in front of my shoulders to try and get rid of the chins. What can you do to help me with that?
Okay, well, you're like many men that we come across at the moment, and man boobs is a big concern, and so is chins. And there are procedures that we can offer for that, one of them being Vaser liposelection, which we do in our clinic here at Leeds, Birmingham, Manchester and Harley Street. But it may be that you need something slightly different, and it may be that you need a Titan laser treatment that we can also offer, or thermage. So it's really about being seen, being assessed, seeing how far you want to go with invasiveness, and then we gear the treatment procedure to you.
I just want a swimmer's body. I mean, you can see me. If you look down from the... Do you see what I mean? They kind of stick out, don't they?
No, they don't, and it's all in your head, and you've got a good shape. Stop it. You're just going overboard.
Have you ever done the liposuction?
I haven't done any kind of surgery at all. Not yet.
How painful is it on a scale of 1 to 10?
They say it's very manageable, and they love the fact it's more important to them they can walk in to the clinic and be seen by the doctor that they've already met in the same clinic, have the procedure and go home a few hours later, knowing that they're going to be safe, that they can be checked, they've got contact with the clinic, and that they're going to be checked by the same doctor in the same clinic 6 weeks later. So, you know, it's doable.
All right, so I want chins 2, 3 and 4 removing and my man boobs reducing to an A cup. What's that going to cost?
It's really unfair to guesstimate a procedure cost because everybody is treated as an individual and you know, as a unique self. So that's why we offer the service to see you.
Thanks for having us here today, and good luck with everything. It's called the Private Clinic, and you can't miss it, right on the corner of this beautiful park here in the centre of Leeds. I'm going to have my man boobs done. Mica Paris, what are you going to have done?
I don't know. I'm at the moment, all I have to do is just keep training and working out. It's a lot cheaper for me to do that. Do you know, I'm the one of those people, if I start, I probably won't stop. Do you know, and then you won't recognise me.
I'd have the lot done, though. I'd be Joan Rivers by Christmas if I could afford it.
I hear you. My whole thing is that if you feel that there's something about you that you've always not wanted and you want to change a little bit, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think you have to be careful that you just don't go overboard, you know, because we are beautiful the way that we are. Do you know what I mean? And we got to.
Well, you might be.
As my grandmother always said, there's someone out there for everyone. The point I'm making is that we're in a different time now where plastic surgery is seen as a normal thing, but there's still a lot of problems with it because a lot of people are going to the wrong places. So I'm saying get behind this private clinic because they are proper and they do it right.
Well, I'm going to speak to the doctors. I'm going to come back and find out how much it's going to cost and what we're going to do, and then we'll meet up in about 6 months. And you'll say, "Hello, David Beckham. How are you?" It's going to happen.
I know it's going to happen. I totally believe in you, honey. You know that.
Well, I believe in you more. I love you very much. Thank you for coming on the programme again. This is all your fault, and I want to give you the boss's number because if it wasn't for you, she'd be having a much easier life. Apologise to the nation.
I'm so deeply sorry, but he is amazing.
I love you.
Love you more.